List. Okay, it is time for the long-awaited return of Lucas's list. Did not do one after week one. Too many things going on.
Boo.
Don't boo me, please. I
Boo.
really don't like it. It gets on my nerves. Week two, we so back. You guys are gonna love this. I can already tell. We're starting at the bottom, the dregs. Panthers, Titans, Browns, Dolphins, Saints, Jets. These are all the worst teams in the league with absolutely no hope until next year at the earliest. Nothing more needs to be said. Something's off. Patriots, Bears, Giants. For the Giants, when are you going to win the game? That matters. That means something. You have Dallas in Dallas on the ropes. Dayball. Your record is so bad. But I think you can be good. It's just something is just not clicking. So if you don't win some more games this year, for me, you're done. Something is totally off. And why is your defense that bad still with that vaunted front seven? Don't get it. Patriots, Vrabel, what's going on with your defense, buddy? What? Really? The Dolphins? The Raiders? That's who you're giving up a bunch of points to? Don't like that at all. McDaniels, I do think OC will get it together, but something's off there. I think Drake May should look a little bit better than he does right now. And overall, as a team, not impressive. Bears, Caleb, what's going on, buddy? You spending too much time at your nail salon? Like, I don't know what you're doing. You look really bad. You're throwing what looks like Will Levis plays. Ooh, I'm trying to play hero ball for no reason, and the safety is making a diving catch to pick this ball that I threw to Casper the Ghost. Like, I do not understand what he's looking at. I don't know if that marriage with him and Ben Johnson works. Something is off. Next year, just sad. Jaguars, Bengals, Vikings, Steelers, and the Raiders. For the Bengals, obviously, it is that we are without Joe Burrow again, and this has been plaguing his career at this point, and they're all like really bad injuries. And this O line is horrific, as everyone and their nan has always known. That is just so sad when you have a quarterback like that that we don't get to watch him and that they cannot get it together. And they're screwing this guy over. The Jaguars, really? You lost to the Bengals after Joe Burrow went down? Trevor, hello? Liam Cohen? I don't know what they were doing. They were baffling decisions made by the coaching staff. There were bad throws by Trevor, but not all of them were his fault. He still sailed a couple, but like, how do you lose that game? I don't understand. You could be 2-0 right now and be looking at the Texans at 0-2 and be like, oh man, we have a real chance to win this division. Instead, you're 1-1. Very sad. Vikings won so many games last year with Sam Darnold. He looked so good. And now you got JJ McCarthy. I never really believed in this. I definitely don't so far. It's not looking great. McCarthy, is he really that injured, or do they just want to prove, hey, with Carson Wentz, check what we can do a little bit, you know? Um, that's pretty sad. You could have had Sam Darnold and been contending for this division potentially. The Steelers. Oh, we have Aaron Rodgers. We're so sick now. Look, he's so not washed because the Jets torched our defense and he went nuts. Blah, 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 blah. He was horrible. Horrible against Seattle. Like, really, really bad. He thinks he's more mobile than he is. You're a damn statue, buddy. Like, you got to figure this out quick. Arthur Smith, you are a bad coordinator. I've seen enough. You are bad. And that is sad. I didn't mean to rhyme that. The Raiders. Genocide Geno Smith, what are
What?
you doing, mate? You want to throw any more picks? Clearly you do. I don't care that he threw for 4,200 yards last season. I don't. This guy throws the worst picks ever at the worst times, always. And then, oh, Jacoby Myers is open 20 yards down the field. Let's sail that. Why not? I just, I don't like what I'm seeing from him at all. This O line is very bad. Genty, I think he's awesome, but what's he supposed to do? He's being met in the backfield constantly. So, nothing they can do. Very sad. Optimistic future? Colts, Dallas, Falcons, Seahawks, Texans, Niners. For the Colts, 2-0. You know, Anthony Richardson didn't work out. Daniel Jones, the resurgence, the human rectangle. I don't believe in that, but maybe. Optimistic future. Dallas? Bit better than we all thought. That run game still around. Well, not still around, but just better than we thought. Javonte Williams sort of turned back the clock. Don't believe in that one. The Falcons. That one I could get my head. I'd get behind that one. Bijan looks absolutely sick. I like the receiving core. London can flat out play. He's a stud. Penix has looked really nice to me. I think they ran the ball Like they knew against the Vikings, let's run this ball. We're all good. Algiers getting like 10 plus carries, you know. They didn't give a damn. I actually do believe in an optimistic future for them. Really like what I'm seeing. The Seahawks, if they can get it together, we've said it enough. Hand the ball off to Kenneth Walker, become a running first football team. The defense is good enough. Reek Woolen, you're looking a bit weird, but I do believe that they can have an optimistic future. The Texans, this O line is so bad, bottom three at best. There's nothing they can do. I mean, the receiving core is decimated without Tank Dell. I mean, Nico Collins, I love. He's great. But what is he supposed to, what is Stroud supposed to do? He doesn't have time to stand in there and feed Nico Collins. It's just way too much. They're having trouble getting him involved. They can't run the ball to save their lives. So even with Mixon coming back, I don't know if they're going to be able to move the ball. And they keep talking about, oh, Stroud wants to go further in the playoffs. He's not content with just one win or no wins in the playoffs and just being a good team. No, he wants to be a great team. We are not going to be a great team with that O line. Sorry to say. The Niners. I didn't believe in this team before the season. I don't believe in them now. I know they're winning games without Brock Purdy and without Kittle and without Ayuk, but it's the Saints. And I think there's a very real possibility that they're the fourth best team in that division. Now, would I put money on that? No. But I don't believe in them, so optimistic future, we'll see. Next tier, fun for now. Chargers, Washington, Bucks, Cardinals, Broncos. Washington is up here based on what they did last year, but they are playing with fire. They're the oldest team in the league. That is a horrible sign. If I knew that coming into the season, I would have had them way lower in my standings. I don't like the way that anything looks so far. The Chargers, Justin Herbert, I give him a lot of flack. He is playing extremely well. I think first game of the season was his best game ever as a pro. Second game, what can you say? I mean, they've stepped away from being a run first football team and we're what? Tie game, first down, boom, Herbert, throw it. I love that. I love how aggressive they are being. I just feel like they have a ceiling, and I'm very interested to see how he performs in the playoffs if they make it. The Bucks, they look really good. 2-0. Baker Mayfield. Two tough teams, two tough wins. I do think they have a ceiling as well, and that is going to be in the playoffs, though. As long as they stay as healthy as they are now, I mean, so they could lose a receiver, but with Godwin coming back, it's almost a bit of a rotation there. If that were to happen, let's hope it doesn't. But I do think they have a one playoff win ceiling. So for them, fun for now, but I think we all kind of know what they're going to look like come playoff time. Cardinals, 2-0, one of those teams where it's like you guys could fall off at any second. You almost gave that game away to the Panthers. Don't take your foot off the gas ever. It's the NFL. Like, what are you doing? Put a team away. Didn't like that. They giving up an onside kick? Really? No one gives up an onside kick. What are you doing? Broncos, they should be 2-0. They absolutely screwed that up. I don't know what that player was doing, getting called for a leverage play. You're trying to block a 64-yarder? Why? Just see if the guy misses it. What are you doing? You give him, did miss it, but because of your stupidity, they get 15 yards forward and they hit it. That's your fault, buddy. So fun for now, but you really screwed the pooch on that one. Tough road ahead. Chiefs and Lions. Now for the Chiefs, they're 0-2, so now every game really matters, and they still don't have their weapons, so it's going to be tough. Giants next should be get right game. Then they have the Ravens. Not good. At Jacksonville, obviously they could win that. Lions, don't like that. Raiders, okay, divisional game. We've seen the Raiders at their worst win a game against Mahomes at his best. Washington, Buffalo, Denver, Texans, Chargers. It's not an easy road for them, and the Lions' schedule is even worse, like way worse, because their division is way better. Going forward, at Ravens, hate it. Browns, fine. Bengals without Burrow, fine. At Chiefs, tough, winnable. Bucks kicked their ass last year. They got the Vikings, Commanders, Philly, Packers, Dallas, Rams. Tough road ahead for these two teams. I do like the way that they've looked the past couple seasons. So here they are. Lions look great on offense. Next tier, the Ravens. Next tier, just one fault. Eagles, Rams. For the Eagles, their OC is pissing me off. I don't like what I'm seeing at all. Where's the motion? Where's the creativity? I don't buy into this narrative that, ooh, he doesn't trust Jalen Hurts. Man, everyone in their nan trusts Jalen Hurts. Like, let's throw this ball a little bit. Let's get our receivers down the field. What are we doing? You shouldn't look this bad. The Rams, Their O-line is extremely suspect. I think if their O-line can just keep them in a game, keep Stafford healthy a little bit, then they can kill it. Their defense is absolutely sick. Their receivers are awesome. Devontae getting in the end zone, awesome to see. Way too early Super Bowl matchup. Packers Bills. The Packers look like the most complete team in the NFL to me. Love is looking great. All these young little receivers they got scurrying around, looking good to me. I'll take it. Jaden Reed's out, but they'll just next guy up for them. It's just some other dude. Dontavian Wicks is making plays. They have an elite running back, elite O line. They've got an elite D line. I like their corners. They look like they're flying to the ball. Really like what I'm seeing out of the pack. And the Bills. The reason they are so high is because of that offense and that offensive line with Josh Allen. I mean, you can't get to him. He's not getting hit. You put no pressure on him. And yeah, they don't have the fanciest weapons, but I can't stomach this enough. The best quarterbacks don't need all these crazy weapons, okay? When you have an O-line like that and you can run the ball like they do, they're deadly on offense. The only thing holding them back, as usual, is their defense and how they would look in the playoffs against the Chiefs if Josh Allen decides to shit himself. Okay, that is the week 2 tier list. Rain, since you were the guest of the show, we will start with you. I know you love it.
Take a breather, man. That was impressive. You just went through all 32 seamlessly, glossed over the Ravens, but yeah, the Ravens are the Ravens. You're absolutely right. Yeah, a couple teams here that I'm a little iffy on where you rank them. We'll start off on the lowest or the second lowest tier, the Patriots. I think the Patriots, I'm optimistic on their team. I think Drake May looks good. I think he's showing that he can take the step up and, eventually become maybe enter that top 10 quarterback situation, like conversation. I think that they can run the ball. They didn't show that in week one, but they kind of got back to that in week two. They started to get the running backs involved. Stephon Diggs is starting to get ramped up a little more week by week, and he'll be a good piece going forward. And they've been missing their best defensive player, top five corner in the league, Christian Gonzalez, through the first 2 weeks. And he's just so important for that defense, especially when they're going up against a strong receiver that he can just kind of take that player out of the game, and it gives the defense a lot more flexibility to, do what they want to do and stop the run and whatnot. They don't have to worry too much about taking away the primary receiving threat. So I think I would definitely put them ahead of a team like the Bears and the Giants, where I look at them and I just see a lot more issues and stuff that I'm uncomfortable with. The Vikings in just sad, I don't think they're there yet. I think JJ McCarthy has looked sad early on, but just like you said, they were a very strong team with Sam Darnold last year. I think that the more games that JJ plays, or even if they end up going to Carson Wentz, I know it's Carson Wentz and he's not a great quarterback anymore, but that's a team that knows how to win games. And Kevin O'Connell is just such a strong QB whisperer that I think he's just going to be able to get more and more out of his quarterback play as the season goes on. Their defense is pretty solid. They lose Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is on the IR now, a little bit concerning, but Jordan Mason's look great. Same thing with the Steelers. I think the Steelers, you're being a little harsh on them. The
Oh,
one
come
big
on.
concern I have with the Steelers is the defense, surprisingly, which I did not expect to be the issue, but they have
They've
not
been
looked
bad.
themselves.
They've been
They
really
have been
bad.
bad. No, they have been awful through these first 2 weeks, and I would be surprised if that continues. I think Mike Tomlin's gonna, whip them into shape and get them back to where they were. They are aging though. I mean, they're probably the oldest defense in the NFL. So if that ends
Highest
up,
paid defense in the NFL, by the way.
yeah, if the injuries rack up to an aging defense, then they will be sad this season. But Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback this team's had since Big Ben. It's so easy to
It's not
say
saying
that.
much at
It's
all.
not
Yeah,
it's
like,
not say,
okay,
it's not saying much, but it's
you're better than
better than
Mason
what you
Rudolph and
had with
Duck
Rudolph
Hodges and
and
Kenny
Duck
Pickett.
Hodges. Exactly, right? He's a lot better than these guys. They need to get DK Metcalf a little more involved, but that team just has pieces that they need to tap into and kind of just get back to what we knew them as. They have the talent. They're a solid coach team that, knows how to win games as well. I think they'll eventually get there. And then lastly, point I want to make is on the Houston Texans optimistic future. Not with this O-line. I don't see
Oof.
them doing much good
See, that's why there's a
in,
question mark there, though, because it's like
yeah.
these teams are all on the brink. Okay,
Yeah, like is it
don't
an
shake your head,
optimistic
Joel.
future? I don't know. They have strong players, like we said, the defense has a ton of fight. Stingley's awesome. Stroud's good. He's just being sold right now. And Collins is amazing, but I just don't see where the improvement comes with this bad O-line. Tank Dell might be out for the entire season. I just
Yes.
don't see like in the coming weeks how they're gonna improve on what they have already because the O-line is just such a glaring issue. And then actually I made one more note on Washington. Jaden Daniels hasn't looked comfortable through the first 2 weeks. I like the addition of Debo, but like you said, oldest team in the NFL. It's something that you can't really be too high on. And, with that comes injuries, with that comes experience as well. But the sophomore slump is real for a lot of quarterbacks. I wouldn't be surprised if Jaden Daniels took a step back. And if he does, this team's just not as good as they were last year. They beat a lot of bad teams last year and didn't win versus a lot of good teams. And I don't know if they're really in the same tier as teams like the Chargers and Bucks.
Okay, Washington, I can get. They're 1-1. I can get that to a certain extent. What you said on the Patriots, okay, fine. But I'm worried about that defense and even their special teams. That's what is worrying me a little bit. If that was more shored up, fine. I could see them being a bit too low. The Vikings, the thing about the Vikings is not only are they getting run on, but they can't run the ball well at all, which is extremely bad when you have a rookie quarterback. That's his best friend, a running game. So that to me is a serious problem because you're not making it easy for him at all. And Aiden O'Connell's also one of these offensive minds that gets away from the run game a lot faster than he should. Where he's like, "Oh, watch this fancy shite," and it's like, "No, bro, just run the ball here. You got a young guy." So Vikings, no, I can't move them up. And Pittsburgh, well coached, huh? Well coached. This guy doesn't even know the rules. He drops the ball in the end zone and is like, "Later, play's done, right?" Well coached my ass. Like, what's going on? This defense, highest paid defense, and Kenneth Walker, it's like third down. They know that the Seahawks are just going to run it because they're just going to kill clock, go up by 10. They give up a fucking 20-yard touchdown run. Like, hello? You know a 90% chance he's getting the ball. What are you guys looking at? Hello? Earth to TJ Watt, Cam Hayward. Like, what are you guys doing? What are you looking at? That's secondary. So I did not like what I saw from them at all. They look suspect, very suspect, especially from the coaching staff. So that them I can't move up either. Joel,
Yeah, my issue with this list always is the naming of the
just
tiers
stop it. Stop
because
it.
you can't necessarily advocate that a team fits better in the tier above because of the name. But I don't have that many problems with this list. Starting off, the Colts. What are they if they're not fun for now? They are absolutely fun for now. They've been incredible through 2 weeks, have not punted the ball at all, and they've been incredibly fun for now. I don't think they have a big future, but I do think they could move up because they've played so much better than Dallas, than the Texans. The Niners have been pretty good, but like the Colts have been a step above the rest of the team that you have
We
with
we know what
optimistic
we
future.
know what they are. We know what they are.
But they're fun for now. That's what they are. And then in fun for now, I would move the Bucks up to a tough road ahead. They're 2-0. They're the longest tenured division winning team consecutively in the NFL, as you pointed out to me 2 weeks ago. And they do have a tough
Well,
road ahead. Their
third, I think.
schedule
They're
is
third.
not very easy going forward. Here, I'll read it to you. It's actually rather tough. They do have the Jets this week, which is not crazy hard, but then they have a chunk of games where they play Bills, Falcons, Texans, Eagles, Seahawks, 49. Like, it's going to be
Oof.
tough for the Bucks. Like, and those aren't all in order. I skipped the Jets in the middle there. But it's not an easy schedule. And I would move them up because I think that game-winning drive proves that Baker's still a real quarterback and they are a very real team. Other than those two, though, I don't have many problems with the whole list. Rams being above the Ravens is interesting, but we all know you fucking love the Rams.
Defense wins
So
championships.
I'll leave it
Anyone
at
ever heard
those
about
two.
that?
I'll leave it at those two.
Okay, the Bucks, I can see Thing is, these games were so close. Now I know they were against two good teams, but both their games have been so close. Now, having said that, there's definitely room for them to move up. If they go out there and absolutely slap the Jets, who I don't think are a good team, but if they're not a good team, blow them out of the water. Then that's what I love to see from good teams. Just smash a terrible team, just be like, yeah, we own you. That's what we do. If I can get on my radar real quick, I do love what I'm seeing from the Bucks. I don't see glaring weaknesses anywhere. I'm not a huge Todd Bowles guy, but I really like the offense. I like the idea of Godwin coming back. I like the way they run the ball. That's kind of what this team had been missing before Bucky Irving showed up. Yeah, I could move them up. Colts, I'm not doing that.
They're fun
I'm
for
not doing
now,
that.
man. It even fits with your tier name.
Because yeah, I get that it fits with the tier name, but it's not just about where they are right now. It's about what we know, and it's all encompassing. We know that there's a come down, a reality check coming to this Indianapolis team. We know what Daniel Jones is. Okay, I get it. They scored in the first 10 drives, which it's like either some crazy stat that like no team has ever done that or some shite.
First team
Uh,
ever.
Impressive, very impressive. But they should have lost that game. We know it. We know it. So that ain't happening. Okay, that is the week 2 tiers.